Hey guys, welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger. I'm going to teach you guys how to do brochet. Now, I know a lot of you have trouble braiding and some of you have trouble crochet. So this one is kind of like a cross between the two because of the way it looks. And I called it brochet. That's what the show is going to be about. And oh my gosh, it is so easy. It is mind-blowingly easy. I made this bracelet, this entire bracelet. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to make. I'm just going to look for some guesses in the comments, but guess how long it took me to make this. This is, it's about 6.5 inches long and it's made with 2mm leather, which will be on the show today. But before we go any further, I want to tell you about a brilliant cache, because if you've never purchased anything with JTV before, you buy something and then the next time you shop, you will get a $40 credit to your account. On your birthday, you get $20. On the anniversary of your first purchase, you get $20. The Sparkle Ambassador Refer a Friend program, what that is if you refer a friend, they get $25 and you get $25. So that's like free money. And you get 1% back on all purchases and 2% back with a preferred card. And the preferred card is a JTV like credit card. And if you are a returning customer after 365 days, you get a $30 credit to your account. So if you haven't shopped with JTV in over a year, check it out because you'll get that $30 credit to your account. Let's see. Oh my gosh. We had so many submissions to the customer slideshow this week. And but let me tell you what happened was some of them are going to be saved up for the next week's show. So if you don't see yours, it's not that I didn't get it. It's just that I'm going to save it up for the following week's show. But before we go on with the show, I want to talk about the products that are available for purchase. Okay, so the first item we have, which is my big all-time favorite, is the Knotty-Do-It-All. And it comes in two sizes. We have the big and the small. I'll just go over a few features of this awesome and amazing tool. It's got hardware that you can reconfigure in like a bunch of different ways, just like depending on what you're doing. It has the ruler in both inches and centimeters. It's got anti-skid feet. It's got the bead and ring size chart. And everything, there are so many lessons online. I've completely lost count. I think like there's over like 50 or 60. And you get an instructional DVD, and it does have like the basics. And you get your ebook also on CD. But everything, guys, I tell you, is available online because I know some of you do not use CD or DVD players anymore, but some do. So everything is available online. And I'll talk more about this amazing tool during the show. Let's see. Ooh, the leather. Look at that leather. I tell you guys, this stuff is so pretty. It's supple. It's rich. This is a 2mm, and you get the brown, the antique brown, and the antique gray, and then you get 2 spools of the black. And what's interesting is the brochet that I'm going to teach. It works with leather. So check that out. It looks so cool. It almost looks like it. I mean, it looks like chain. And look how interesting that is. I mean, and then you could, I was thinking that you could do like wire wrap beads in there, like dangles, or like, just imagine like, I don't know, pearls. I mean, just anything. And one nice thing about this, because I do get a lot of people say, hey, do you have anything that's like a masculine? I think this has like a masculine like look to it. So if you have any like men in your life that you would like to make a bracelet for, then I think this would be a perfect stitch. And the leather's just really nice leather. And I think each, let me see what it says here, 2mm round, 4 colors, 10 meters each. So that's about 10 yards in each spool. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Ooh, okay, these are really interesting. These are they're end caps, but they're not your regular end cap because they have these like little bars. I don't know if you can see that. See those little bars in there? So that means that you could like loop cord or like different kinds of stringing materials through there, rather than like crimp it. So look at that. Really interesting. Is this like a crimp? Is this fancy crimp set? Well, I don't know. I think that's really cool. I know that I did a project a few shows back on how using these things, but I think they're really interesting, and you get 30 total. So those are the crimp tubes. Let's see next. Oh, these, okay, these daisy and water lily brass connector. You get gold and silver, and you get 20 total. Let me show you how cute these are. Look at that. I made these bracelets using the Brochet. And look at that. Look how dainty this one is. They're lightweight. They just feel like really nice, really smooth. You know, they're not snaggy or anything. Just really cute little connectors. And the interesting thing with this, let me show you something, because one of the, see the rings on these guys? One of them is like on the top, and then the other one is like hidden on the back bottom. So I was thinking, you know, you could do like earrings and put like a little tassel right there, or just anything. It's just an interesting configuration. So those are the daisy and water lily brass connectors. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Okay, oh, okay, you got to have these buttons. You know, this is a staple of mine that I have at all times, because they're not heavy. They're about like in the 12mm range, and they just, I mean, I use them for crochet, braiding, macrame. I mean, these are my go-to like staple as far as buttons go. And, you know, they're just, I love them. And I think everyone should have these. And you get 100. You get 100 buttons in a round and oval. Oh my goodness, this chain. I can't believe how much chain you get. Look at this. I mean, there are 12 strands, and each strand is 40 inches. So let me show you just like how like much chain you get. And the interesting thing is like this one here is like a double. You can see that one's got like double rings in it. And then there's like the single. Okay, and that's the copper, the gold, and then you have this this paper. I think they call it paper clip. Is that right? A paper clip chain link. So look at that. It's so much chain. I mean, I wanted to make something with chain, but you know, I ended up making. Actually, I think you could add chain to this thing, this stitch here. So that is the. And I think it is a really good price. It's only $29.99. That's a good deal. 12. Can imagine that, 12 40-inch strands of chain. So I think that's a really fantastic deal. And let's see what we have next. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's all the goodies on today's show. I've covered the buttons, the chain, the leather, the links, the flowers, and the board. So anyway, guys, that's everything on today's show. Okay, Jan, you know, first of all, I want to welcome everybody. God, there's so many of you guys. There's Prince, Judy, Gina, Christy, Tess Bar, amazing singer. And I just want to thank you guys, because without you, I mean, I wouldn't have a show. And I just always look forward to like seeing like you guys, like Michael, Jenny. And I do want to answer a question. Let's see who would posted this. I think it was Jen. She wanted to see the inside of this you know, I'm torn. It says crimp, but it's kind of like it's got like a bar inside it. Can you see that? Can you see that, Jen? Is that good enough? It has like a bar, but it also has the ability to crimp. You know, I think maybe this would be good for maybe like deer suede lace. It's flat and you stick it in and then you crimp it. I've used these, but I've never crimped them. I've just kind of like looped thread over the end part of it, but they are definitely extremely unique. So there you have it. Okay, I'm going to answer the question. No one even came near. The closest I think was Chatty with 8 minutes. You ain't going to believe this. This took me 1 minute and 13 seconds. So ponder that. So with that in mind, we are going to go to our favorite part of the show, which is the customer slideshow. And God, you guys just never fail to amaze me. First, we have Carol from New Mexico. Bracelet for healers. This is so pretty. What is that hand called? I know that there's a name for it, but I'm not sure what it is. But I love your beautiful, beautiful moose knots. Very, very nice. They're loud. You know, they're just like big. I love them. And then next we have a Debbie from Margaritaville. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. It's got the evenly spaced with the bicones and the pearls. And how long is that, Debbie? I was very curious. It looks like a triple wrap, maybe. Very pretty, so beachy. I love it. Then next we have Rhonda from Colorado. Okay, this was, I think it was last week's lesson or maybe the week before. But this looks so cool. I love the silver, the blue, and the brown. And then it's got that really cool anchor button. Very, very nice. Oh, I just can't stop looking at it. It's got those big rings. And what size leather was that? Is that like a 1.5 or a 2? But I love it. And next we have, ooh, okay, this one's really cool. Laura Lee did the before and after, and she added beads. So I think that was a really cool touch. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but there's another one here. Look how cute this is. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you, Laura Lee. You are just like the bomb. You just really inspire. I did not think to add beads, but there you have it, and it works. And next we have Anne from New Mexico. Now this necklace, I love the way you attach the pendant. And I was wondering if that was a separate piece or did you make the moose knot and then add the beads? I couldn't tell because since I can't see what the back looks like, I was very, very curious as how you did this. But those and the beads, I couldn't tell whether they were like a garnet or if it was a tiger eye. But nonetheless, it looks really, really nice. And then next, Sarah, the talented photographer from North Carolina. Wow, look at the gold one. The color combination is just like, oh, it's so rich. I love it. My favorite color. I mean, I always say that. Those are my new favorite color combination. But I mean, at the moment, I just love that gold with the black and then the shiny bronze. Very beautiful. And God, look at that button. And the silver, I mean, the red and the black one. Very nice, Sarah. I think these are spectacular. And next we have Susanna from Louisville, Kentucky. Girl, you nailed it. And this one is interesting because I don't know how you did that, but it looks like you started with the bead in the middle, did a moose knot on the sides, and then did the before and after stitch around there. Ah, very clever. Thank you, Susanna. And next we have Anne in New Mexico. Now this is really interesting because I know that this was a lot of knotting and you turned that into God, I think it's what, 4 strands? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 strands of knotted beads. And I really like how you like arranged it and then like turned this into a necklace with those, look at your moose knots. It's very, very nice. This is I like this design. I remember a while back, I have several of these and I really do like them. They're so pretty. Thanks, Anne. Next we have Debbie. Okay, Debbie went crazy with the crochet. Wow. These are all so pretty. I mean, it looks like my studio table because I've got so many different crochet with different textures and colors, and I see tassels and coins and oh my goodness, just check this out. Wow, it looks like so much fun. Thank you, Debbie. It's just like eye candy. You just can't stop looking at all the goodies here. Got the red and the brown, the black, and oh, very nice. And then next, Susanna, Louisville. Girl, you did it. You nailed it. You didn't think they were tight enough. I think you did a perfect job. This looks perfect. And wasn't it, I think it was pretty easy. And I like the red with the blue. Very nice. And next, Debbie, Margaritaville. Okay, she said this design was inspired by designer Kelly S. And look how pretty that is. I just love the, I don't know how to explain it. You know, you look at it and you just want to look at it longer because you just want to examine all the different elements, like the buttonhole and then the macrame, the twisted macrame. Then it has those the interesting beads, and then it goes to a different set of beads. So very, very nice. Oh, and I noticed it's got like a little dangle on the end there. Wow. See, I really like bracelets like this because they're so creative. I mean, they have a lot going on, but it's very harmonious. It looks very, very nice. Then next we have Sarah, North Carolina. Okay, so now this one's interesting because you've got a large hole pearl. I believe that's a large hole pearl in with the before and after. So very, very nice touch. And look at that. I like the brown with the, I forgot I think that's an antique brown and the antique gray leather. Very nice. And Debbie, Margaritaville. Whoa, this is crazy. Okay, I know this is the Twin Peaks bracelet design, but girl, you took this to a completely new level. Oh my goodness. It looks like you, I don't even know. It looks like you did a ladder stitch. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. You need to send another picture of that, like modeled on an arm, because I want to take a closer look at that because that looks really, really cool. Next we have Sabine from Germany. Oh my goodness, look how cute these are. This is the before and after, and look at those cute little birds and the butterfly. So simple. I just love these like for stacking. I mean, these would be like so perfect if you want to wear a whole bunch of bracelets. So thank you, Sabine. I love these cute, cute bracelets, bird and butterfly. And next, Rhonda from Colorado. Okay, this is really pretty. Okay, this one's, I like that. Like on first of all, the front part of the necklace, it's really interesting. I like that real skinny part of the dark cord. And then that little element on the left, it's just on one side only. And it just, things like that, they just make like necklaces so interesting. And your macrame binding knots are spot on perfect, so beautiful. And this one's got a clasp and a ring, so very, very, very nice. Oh my gosh, I can't stop looking at it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks like did you use a beading wire? I'm not sure. I think I see that. And then it's combined with, that thread for the braiding and then the leather. Wow, very nice. Then next we have a Debbie, Margaritaville. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's another one that like has so many cool elements in it. Okay, so I see macrame, moose knot, another moose knot, and then that the deer suede lace element in there. And then it's got the button with the moose knot. Oh my goodness, very, very nice. And it's got the little dangles in there. Oh, Debbie, that is so pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, look at that, guys. That is so cool. Oh, let me see. And I'm noticing that it looks like the macrame has a double cord. I think that's what it is. You let me know, Debbie. I think that's what I'm looking at. And then next we have Susanna. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when I saw this, I thought I'm going to try to do this, but then I got confused because I saw, I thought it was done with 3 cords, but then I saw 4 colors of cords. So I had to ask what was going on, and she let me know that the cord itself on the spool was different colors. That's like when I was like seeing, the white, yellow, red, and orange. So, but that's really cool. And I was able to do it, Susanna. So thank you for sending me this beautiful bracelet and giving me inspiration to try something new and different. And next we have Anne from New Mexico. Oh, look at this. This is long, guys. Check it out. I think you could wear it doubled. And I think I have another picture of it close up. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the colors and the texture, and oh, it's just so beautiful. And that that gold focal, your moose knots are very, very nice. And I see some trade beads in there. Oh my goodness. And I see I noticed those flowers. Those look familiar. I think I remember, I think we had those on a JTV show a couple of shows back. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And last we have Sarah from North Carolina. And here's another like the before and after bracelets, but this one has like a tube bead in the front. So there's so many different things you can put in there. I've seen like you guys have like done such a good job with this. I mean, just the variation and putting your own creative elements in there is it's just so inspiring. And I want to thank every one of you that have sent something in. And if you did not see something that you submitted on this week's show, it will be on next week's show. And if you want to submit anything, email it to me. And my email address is theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. Wasn't that fantastic? I said, you guys have been so busy. It's just like fantastic. Now we're going to get to this. And there you go. Joan wins with her guess of 5 minutes. And it actually took me a minute and, what did I say, 13 seconds? But yeah, that was like for the knotting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it with the leather, in that the leather is really big. And then I'll get into like the different stringing materials, because each stringing material just functioned a little bit different. Okay, so let's do the what would be a good color? This one? Okay, we're gonna do the antique gray. Why not? Okay, so for like this is about like a 6 to 7 inch. You'll need about like 54 inches of leather total. So I'm going to measure out like 54 inches. So there's 36, 46, and plus like 10. Okay, so that should be enough. Okay, so I'm going to cut here. Guys, you're not going to, and I'm going to show you just like the basic right off the bat, get it done. But then I'll get into some like fancier moves that you can make. And what is so amazing about this technique is that it is so versatile and forgiving. Because if you mess up, it is so easy to undo it. Because, you know, like if you're braiding and you mess up something, which, you know, you have to go back and unbraid, or you know what I'm saying. Those of you that have like done any kind of braiding and you just, you know, just need to go back and fix something. So what you do is you take your cord, and I'm using about 54 to 56 inches of leather, and then you just center it. Center that button. And let's get the cord centered right in the middle and like push it down just like that. And some of you know that one thing that I do to like a couple of my clips is let me see why this is, oh, there it goes, is that I like to bend this little part up a little bit, because what it does is it allows the jaw to open up wider. So that way, if you have a button, you can get it like right in there. Okay, so let's get this clipped in and watch this. This is crazy. And so I'm just going to show you how to do this, and then I'll just give you some tips. Okay. There's a couple of ways you could like start. You could just like make a loop that goes under like that. Once you get like used to it and you get fast, I do this, and see that loop right there? What you're going to do is see this cord, you're just going to pull it through. Here, I'll do it again. You just make a loop with this side, just like that, and then pull this one through. And then what you do is, see how I'm tightening it? I'm going to like tighten it and going like that way. Like I'm kind of pushing it away from me. Okay. And see this, the one that's in your hand, you're going to put it in here. And see this part right here is the tail of the loop. So you just want it like down, and you just like feed it through the loop like this. And then you like tuck this one down, and then with the leather, you just kind of like tighten it and then pull. From now on, you're going to be pulling towards you. So you just see that? You just like grab this, and then the one that's in your hand, it's already going to be there automatically. So you feed it through this loop just like that. And then you pull this one like snug. And you just keep repeating those steps. You want me to start over? I'll start over. And I just want to show you how, let's say, oh, you mess up. Let me show you how easy it is to undo. See that? So let me I'm gonna start over just in case, because I know when you're first learning it, you're just like, girl, what are you talking about? Okay, so you take this one, and what I do is I just get my finger and just make just a loop right under like that, and then I grab this cord, just pull it through, and then tighten. And this this particular stitch, it puts a lot of pressure on your clip. So if you want to like stick like extra thread in the hole and then kind of like jam it in there so it doesn't move around, then that is probably like not a bad idea. So I'm just gonna do that, and that one that goes into the loop is already in my hand, and you just pull, and and the thing about this technique, once you get started, it's so fast that it's extremely easy to like go past your target length, which happened to me like almost every single time, because what's interesting about it is that the amount of time that it takes to make doesn't match the result. So I think Gina, you and I have talked about that, how like if we don't see results immediately, then we kind of like bail. And this one is one of those where the result is just so fast. See that? Does that make does this make sense? Is this easy? Or do you guys want me to start all over again? I'll just wait in the comments, because I just want to make sure that you guys understand how to do this. And I think it's pretty easy. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's easy? Yeah, instant gratification. Yeah. So you just pull. Okay, Audrey, yes. In this, and I'll give you some tips, like when you're working with the, okay, Joan, great. Thank you, Elizabeth. So it is really easy. And see, at this cord right here, the one that's like the tail of the loop, you just want to make sure that it's down, because, because this cord is already in your hand. You pull, and then you just go to the next one here. And okay, okay, now it is easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you some really cool tips, like how can you make this like more versatile and whatnot. Okay, so the first thing, this is obviously really long. Let's say that bracelet that Sarah made with the before and after, she had a bar in the middle. So one thing you could do, let's say you want to put a bar. I don't have any bars. Oh, I wish I had a bar. So one thing that you could do is, okay, so let's say you make your loop, and you just pull this one through and see how it locks it in. See that? And what you could do is like string some large hole beads on. Let me see if I have anything that'll fit. See, this is still a relatively new thing for me, and I've been like brainstorming and trying all different kinds of things, but some large hole beads in there. Let me see. I don't have anything. I need Sarah's stash of beads. No, but oh wait, I think I see one. Oh, look, I have some right here. Let me grab them. So let's get these guys. I'll take 3. Why not? See, I'm just like, all this is just like coming to me because I've been like trying, like adding beads and like transitioning to other techniques, and everything's just working. Because I do that a lot. I transition like from a braid to a macrame and then so forth. And then you slide your beads on, and all you got to do is just start the technique all over again. So you do your knot right there. Just kind of scoot that first one. The first one is the only one that you're going to be like pushing away, and then you just you start repeating the stitch. And the interesting thing about the leather one, you see where I'm going with this? So you just like repeat the stitch, and so in here you could put like beads. You could macrame these if you want, like Sarah does. Let's see what else. Oh, so and then when you get to the end, you just make pull this through like I did before, and then you make an overhand knot right here, and then another one. So But one interesting thing about this, if you'll look at it, let me grab this one. See how whoa, why is this not focusing? Okay, right there. See how the bottom part, it looks like a chain? So you could actually put like wire wrap beads on here. And it's got an interesting profile because if you look at it this way, it looks like a braid. But when you look at it from the other angle, it kind of looks like a crochet. So that's how come I just call it the brochet, and because it's just so easy. The other, okay, so I showed you this one, but let's say you just want a simple bracelet like this. Okay, so and you want it to be 2 colors. So you can tell here I kind of started going like nuts with all my my Eslon, because Eslon is a very good choice for these. The Eslon 18 worked well, the Eslon 400, the wax jewelry cord in the 0.9 and the 0.5 worked really well. But the let me just mention to you on the wax jewelry cord. Let me see if I got my cloth here. Oop, let me grab it. It's right here. Let me grab it with my feet. Ooh, come on. Because I use this thing all the time. Let me just grab it here. Okay, so I've got this, my handy black cloth, and I use this, guys, all the time because sometimes the wax that's on the wax jewelry cord, like I know you guys probably have like tons of it in every color. Sometimes the wax is a little bit sticky, but believe it or not, if you just get a cloth and just rub it back and forth, it makes it smooth, and it's makes it a lot easier for this specific technique. So, but I'm going to use Eslon. We're going to make a real like simple. Let me see, which one should I try? I'll do just the plain one, like this, or I'll do a yellow one. So if you're doing just one side, let's say you have a focal, and you're using like Eslon. Let me grab one of these pretty flowers. I'll do yellow. Why not yellow and gold? You need you grab 30 inches of this cord. I always go a little, when I say 30, I actually mean 32 or 33, because you know how that can go south really fast, especially if you decide to make it longer, or it's going to be a bracelet, and you know how it goes. Okay, so you do the same thing here. You just put it like evenly on the ends. And one thing that you can do, those of you that know the moose knot, you could start off with a moose knot, just like I did on like that one. I started with the moose knot, and then I went into this technique. But honestly, at the end of the day, I just felt that it really didn't make a difference at all. The only time a moose knot came in handy was when I used 2 colors. So if you're just going to just put with just a charm in the middle, you just need to use a shorter amount of cord. And I'm going to clip this. Let's see if we could get this to fit. You know what? One thing that you could do if you're trying to like get a grip on something like this and you don't, it doesn't fit on the clip, you could just get a scrap of cord and then put it through right there. Gina, no. For the leather, it was the 52 to 54 inches, but when you're doing a bracelet, it's going to be different, because that's actually a really, really, really good question. And the reason is because the reason is because I've made them many times and I already know the numbers, but I'll explain it to you. Because you're doing 2 sides and you need extra cord for 2 things. Number one, for the end part where you're going to be adding the slider knot. But most importantly, you need extra cord for leverage, because I add like beads on the end, and I kid you not, guys, sometimes you have enough cord to for the knot, but not enough to make it. That's a huge difference. So you do need a little bit of extra cord so that you could add some beads on the end. So that's the biggest reason why you need why the 30 inches sounds kind of like weird. Okay, so and another thing that I highly recommend, because this is such a fast technique, is definitely put it on the ruler. Unless you can pay attention, which I don't, because I just like, oh, this is so fast, it's so easy. And by the time I know it's something that's supposed to be 2 inches long is like this long. So I've gone over almost every single time. So I'm gonna let's see, I'm gonna measure this out. Let's see, let me get a peg. That's the best way to do it. So if you have, let me grab a peg here. So if the flower is, okay, it's about right there. I want it to be 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go 1, 2.5. So I'm going to stop right, let's see, let me scoot this over so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, 1, 2, and then right there, that's a 2.5. So that's right at, see, I'm just kind of like using the ruler like kind of backwards. So I'm just going to stop right there and hopefully I won't mess up. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do my loop with my finger. I'm going to, whoops, grab this and then like tighten like away. That's the only time you're going to tighten it, like away. And then let's see, that tail is down there. And now I'm going to start doing it like towards me, just like, whoops. If this part slides off, which it's doing, one thing you can do is put an overhand knot in there, and that'll give it like extra grip. Because sometimes the cord is thin and it just exceeds the bite, the strength of the clip. So that's an easy fix. So we're right there, and then I'll just have to like remeasure. So and like I said, it's very forgiving. So if you, like I just messed up, and I'm going to come back here and start all over. Okay, so I'm going to flip it, grab it, and then like kind of go towards. And see this, when you're working with Essalon, it's a little bit like weird because it just kind of wants to spring back and forth. So you just got to tuck that part down and just concentrate on what's in your hand. I mean, it'll start to like behave. Oh my goodness, that one is not behaving. Hang on, let me do this again. It's like trying to show off, saying, "Huh, we're gonna show you." Maybe it's because it's kind of like wobbly, but like here, I'll get this. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna tie it tight, just like that. See, you get it after like a couple of tries. Okay, there. Once you get it started, okay, there we go. And then you just start. See how I'm pulling it now towards me. So this, there's the loop, and now I'm pulling it towards me. And now you can like pick up the pace. See that? Is that easy? And another thing that you could do is, like I did on, I don't want to lose my place here. Let me just keep going on this one here. See how easy it is? And it's just so nice. And let's say you want to use, the only cord that was kind of like weird for me was the Chinese knotting cord. And that one worked well after I, okay, so one thing you want to make sure, because the cord will want to flip, but always, like, however your hands just naturally go into it, just like keep it like there, like that. So this one like goes here, and see how my finger's in here? So you just put your thumb in and then just keep going. And another thing that I did, let me just finish this side. And I'm keeping like constant tension on the string. See, it's just so easy. It's just mind-boggling. I think that's, let me see, from the center. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. Because remember, when you measure, when you have a focal, what you do, let's say I want it to be like 6 inches. You got to remember that you are adding a macrame slide knot. So I'm going to make this part like 5 inches. So each side will be 2.5. So I'm going to come over here, put it right in the middle. And now, can you guys see that? I think I have to turn my board sideways so you can see. You know what? I'm going to use the ruler right here since this does not, I can't get it in. You know what? Let me grab a small board. Oh, see this board. Guys, if you don't have one of these boards, ooh, you are missing out because they are just fantastic. Okay, so right now it is, see that? Right at 2.5, which is about 6.5 centimeters. So right there. So then what you want to do is then do the other side. Okay, so do you guys get that? Just it's basically exactly the same thing, except you're using a different string. And then what I do, just like on the other one, at the end, I just pull the loop through. And then right in here, I make an overhand knot. Nothing fancy, just a plain old overhand knot. And then you could either use a peg on your board or a knotting awl and just like tighten it. And you could add like a little bead here if you want. Let me show you what I did on, there was one that I did, okay, this one's plain. This one is plain. Was it this one? Nope. Was it this one? Yes. Okay. On this one, what I did here is I added like a bead. So you feed it through the bead, go through the loop, and then back through the bead, and then scoot the bead up, and then just start the stitch. And then I added a macrame slide knot to that. So look how cute that is. And let's see what other guys, I got more. Okay, the other one, the one I want to talk about next is how to do a two color. So I'm going to do that one on, let's see. Let's see, what colors should I use? I'm going to use like some really highly contrasting colors. I'll pick let's see, these guys. The hot pink and the yellow. And this is, like I said, this is a really fun use of all that stringing material that you guys might have. It's like in tons of different colors. So I'm going to grab about 30 inches here. And the trick for getting two colors is this. Let's get this guy. So this is something that I don't do too often. Actually, I don't think I've ever done this. But those of you that know how I operate, you'll probably like figure it out. Okay, so you feed both. Oh my goodness. Both. Come on, get in. Oh my goodness. Hang on, guys. I'm not getting this. Okay, there we go. So you feed both of them through. And you're going to fold one of them over, and the other one you're going to make a moose knot. So let me, I'm going to move my big board out of the way, and I'm going to grab the small one because I need this one. Because why? Because it's smaller and it's easier just to manipulate around. Because, you know, those of you that have, like, sometimes you're in a small space and you need a smaller board. Okay, so what you do on this one, okay, very gingerly, you need to make a moose knot using one cord. Because I don't like to make the moose knot wrapping with both cords because then, I don't know, the knot just kind of looks floppy. So I'm going to pick the pink. I'm going to scoot that one out about 4 or 5 inches. And then I'm going to clip this in. And all the cords except for the long end of the pink one. Okay, those are all going to get clipped. Okay, not like cut clipped, but clipped with this guy here. So let's put that one aside. And I just want to take a minute here to just to like greet everybody. Susanna, Gina, Ella, PJ, Prince, Debbie. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. I know I mentioned at the beginning of the show, but I would not have a show without you. You guys really make my day. I've been to a few messy parties. I'm glad you did the one color on one side and the two color on the same bracelet. I know it's for ease of in demonstration, but yes, right? Exactly. Yes, that's exactly how I think. Whenever I'm designing anything, I have like background processes in my brain, and I'm thinking, like right now, I'm thinking, I could also add a bead here and then do the moose knot. You know what I'm saying? So once you get, that's the cool thing about knowing a bunch of different techniques, is because once you, I'm going to go a 4. Why not? Let's see if I could do that. I just start thinking about all the different techniques that I know. And okay, so there's the moose knot. So I'm going to take everything off very carefully. And let's see. Put this here, and I'm going to hold everything down, and I'm going to pull the knot till it looks nice and pretty. Okay. So when you do something like this, this one is just actually just, this yellow one is just folded in there. It isn't knotted. So when you slide it up, it's just going to slide all the way. But then your pink one, what you do is you pull on the long one, and it just, uh-oh, let's get off the little daisy petal. Ooh, okay, then you just pull the long one, and it'll tighten. See that? Okay, let's pull the yellow to get it nice and pretty. Did we get it? Yes. So see that? So it's nice and pretty. And then what we're going to do is we are going to remove the short ones, the 2 short ones only. So, and what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put any glue because I don't want any, like, I don't want my knots to get affected, but see that? Now you've got both cords connected. Is this something new, or did any of you guys like already know this? I feel like sometimes I'm like teaching you something that you already know. Right? Right, Tess? Tess had she accidentally cut the wrong part of a bracelet. Did my suggestion work, Tess? I'm not sure that it did. I never like heard back, so I'm assuming that it did. And so what you do now is you just do that the same technique where you flip it and grab it. Then that first knot, just make sure that it's like nice and snug. And then you just grab the next one. And then pull it. And then kind of tug it towards you. And then this one goes down. And then voila. See that? Ooh, this one's perfect. And I think the important thing is you just keep the tension like the same, because I just kind of pull it, and I do a bunch of different like sometimes I just pull it, sometimes I get my finger like this, just to sometimes like break the monotony, because after you do the same thing over and over, you just want to kind of like switch it up a bit. But look at that. So it's so easy because it's like it's automatic, because your finger is already in the loop. The part that needs to go into the loop is already in your hand. See that? If you mess up, it's easy to like fix. I mean, look at that. I love this color combo. Rhett, did you miss something? I think I have time. I'll go back over it. Using the leather, because the leather just makes it like, look at that, guys. And I think I already passed my 2.5 inches. See, when I say this is like so fast and so easy, because my necklace here, this one took me 4 minutes, and it's about like 16 inches long, and it's got the macrame slide knot. But I had a pearl and I thought, oh, I want something like that matches my beige and black, which I told you that I like beige and black. It just looks so cute. And it's got a very, it's got more of a masculine look to it. So or feminine. I mean, it can go either way, honestly. But it's just so cool. Check it out. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Look at that. So cool. And let me just show you some of the different color combinations. Oh, this one's, okay, this one's interesting. What I did on this one was instead of using like one cord on each side, I did 2 and 2, so you could get like a chunkier look. So that's how I did this one. And then this one was with, this one's Eslon. Well, I don't want to get out of focus. Okay, so this one's Eslon. This one is, the wax jewelry cord in the 0.9, but you can tell this was I was like learning because I kind of messed up like the stitches a little bit. And then this one is, this one's flat. That means it's not twisted. This one did an exceptionally good job. It's just, the profile is just a little bit different. This one is, I think it's also flat. Yeah, I could tell by the cord in the back here, but just look at the different, it's just so cool. I just can't explain it. And I know that this one looks like a chevron braid that I learned how to make, but oh, thank you, Pat. Once won a type OG bracelet in black and red. Well, you could do black and red. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I have any other like tips or tricks. Okay, the only cord that needed anything was the Chinese knotting cord. And what I did was I put paraffin wax, because let me just like tell you about waxes real quick. You've got paraffin. The 2 waxes that I use are the paraffin. Let me grab this, and the beeswax. Paraffin wax will it's like slippery. So if you want to add like something slippery to your thread to make it smoother, the paraffin wax, and that's why they suggest it like for like if you have a cabinet and the drawers aren't moving, paraffin. But if you want stick grip, then the beeswax. And this is it doesn't smell like anything. When I first bought it, it smelled tasty, but of course, you can't eat it, but sticky and like smooth. And this is a food grade. You can get it at your grocery store in the pickling department. So I wonder if I could use the flat iron. Yes, my dear. Yes. As a matter of fact, I did use the flat iron on the Eslon because I had a spool where, when it gets closer to the center, it's very curly. And sometimes it's kind of hard to work with curly thread. I mean, it's doable, but it's just not very fun. So the flat iron did the job. But one thing that I don't recommend doing, because I've recommended it for other things, like if you have a thread, let's say Eslon, and it's curly or stiff or whatever, one thing that you can do to, see that? It's like curly, blah, blah, blah. One thing that you could do to like straighten it out is you could put it on a peg, and this will break the bond of the starch that's on the thread. See that? So just that little action right in here. Let me see. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I don't know. This thing is not focusing. Oh, let's get it focused and zoomed. Okay. Right there. So you could see right where that, where the thread is that. Let me see. Okay. Right where that little twirl is, once you go back and forth like this, it softens that, that starch. And another thing that it does is it softens the thread, and it, what else does it do? Oh yeah, it takes that curl out. But one thing that it also does, which isn't good for this specific technique, is it kind of loosens the plies up. And you don't want that. So I thank you for mentioning the flat iron. Yes. So let's see. Let me go back and like read some of the questions that you guys have, like how to stretch cord. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly like that. Let me see if you guys have. I've ironed Griffin. Yes, Griffin silk. Definitely. It's my flat iron is the go-to for everything. Okay, I remember using paraffin as a kid making candles. Yes, as a matter of fact, I make candles, and paraffin is. Do any of you make candles? You can know that paraffin is the best, even though everyone's always trying to like market like the other stuff, the soy. The paraffin's got a better throw. Just FYI. I'm not outside. I just have a fan blowing on me because I wanted to give a like I was on the beach look. See, let's pump this up. Do I got the vibe going, guys? The hair blowing in the wind for the show. I should have had like a beach background, right? See that? Okay. Yes, a mini flat. You guys are just so smart. Charlie's Angel. Yes, a mermaid effect. Yeah, I just wanted something to like go with my my beautiful like necklace. Do you guys have any oh yeah, you know what? I've got time. I did say that I would show how to do this again at the beginning. So let's so here we have it. I'm going to clip the button on. Let's say you make it and you're like, oh, I just want to make something different with my leather. Remember I told you this was very forgiving, so check it out. You can like, it's so easy to take apart. Boom, see that? It's like crazy. You just kind of like milking a cow. You just kind of go back and forth and just undo. But you got to like pull the one side and then the other. See that? Boom. Actually, I've never milked a cow, so I should not. I don't know anything about milking cows except what I've seen on TV or in movies. See that? Isn't that like fantastic? Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, so I've got 3 minutes. I can make the whole bracelet in. Let me get my big board. I'm gonna make the whole bracelet in. Let's do this. Okay, so let's. Okay. Start right here. Let me focus right there. Okay. Flip, grab. Okay, I'm going to finish this before the show is over. Can I do this? Yes. Let's do it. I think I can do it. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Why is this? Okay, grab. Pull this in and boom, boom. Okay, keep going. I want to do this before the show is over. Go through. Okay, guys, I'm on a timer here, so if I'm not talking too much, that's why. How much time do I have left? Ooh, I've got 1 minute left. Boom. Uh-oh, I messed up there. Ah, okay, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix my mess up. Okay, pull. Ooh. Oh my God, come on. Okay, so. Okay, hate to say goodbye. Yes, okay, so I've got. Did I do it? Okay, boom. Boom. Is it 6 inches? Yes, I did it. I did my 6 inches. See, guys, I tell you, it's that fast, that easy. I did it. Anyway, my time is up. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was so quick and easy, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Bye, guys.